Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome to another road trip from the mobile UV setup. Not in the car, because it's that early. I'm not going to lie, it's that early. I thought, you know what, it's a Casemiro farewell video. It's a thank you to Casemiro. He deserves the full flex send-off, the crisp sound, the sharp visuals, not just cramped up in the car. I get it, I know it's the road trip, but it's an early one, bear with me. But listen, Manchester United are taking on Nottingham Forest today at Old Trafford. Last home game of the season, second to last game of the season, but Casemiro's last game at our amazing stadium, at our amazing home. And it's going to be a bit of an emotional day, man, like for him and his family, and especially, you know, a lot of the fans, a lot of us fans who he's definitely warmed our hearts. What 4 years. What 4 years he's had. Loads of ups and downs, loads of questioning of his ability, loads of questioning of his signing. I've been there as well. But the dedication and commitment that he's shown, which has essentially all turned into love and belonging that he's shown at our football club has been brilliant. And I know there's going to be some people where, you know, a few miserable people where the standards are so high, the standards police of forgetting of where we're actually at. We'll go, look at us celebrating a guy. What did he win? He's nearly 40. The miserable gremlins of it. You lot stay over there, sir. Yeah? This is a little bit cast loving because he deserves it. He deserves it, man. He's been good. He's been very, very good for us. So important for us over different times. And a player of his stature who can come here at this stage of his career, get this affinity with the fans, play his heart out, have some difficult moments where, you know, we all know what the season that it was, season before last, where he just looked absolutely shot, dead on his feet. And to come back how he has, or was that last season? One or the other anyway, but dead on his feet. And to be leaving and how he's leaving now with a lot of us, not everyone, a lot of us asking for one more year. Do you know what I'm saying? The Stretford End chanting, the stadium chanting, one more year. A lot of people on social, one more year, Cass. I've even said 2 more years. Give him a 1+1, bro. But no, he says it's important to go on a high, and that we will make sure. You know what I'm saying? One thing about our fan base and the match-going fans, and of course the fans around the world, is that we make our players feel welcome when they deserve it. You know, when they've been very, very good to us, nothing but commitment. And this is what Casemiro embodies. So his last day today. And listen, we want to go out of the season at Old Trafford on a win. Of course, that there's no like, oh, it doesn't matter. I know there's the on the beach vibes, and there's certain things. There's a lot of things that have been decided in the league, and there's no jeopardy in this game at all. You know, Forest are mathematically safe. We've mathematically secured Champions League from a couple of games ago. So all of that stuff isn't on the line. But, you know, pride is. And obviously, like we said, the day that it is for Casemiro, Michael Carrick potentially will probably get named manager today before kickoff. I don't know if he's got the character or they're trying to make him main character in terms of him announcing it at the end of the game when he addresses the fans, because he's down to address the fans, of course. Players will do their lap of honour, have their kids and their families with them walking around. And I think that it will be sort of like maybe a bit of a poignant day, hopefully. And I don't know if I'm overdoing this, but it could be. I'd like to think it will be, you know, a chance to look back from where we were last year, doing that lap of honour. Ruben getting on the mic telling us, you know, I told you that the bad times are coming, or whatever. Bad times are here, or we have to suffer. And he said that infamous line of, you know, I can tell you now that the good times are coming, etc. And then look how it ended. To think where we were from finishing basically 15th on that last day last year, you know, beating Aston Villa for no reason after that Europa League final, which I still can't get my head around, to now, where it's not enough to say we're back. It's not enough to say, you know, oh, look at us and we're flying now. But there has been an improvement, and the club is going in a different direction. Now, we have to hope that this is the one. I mean, I'm not going to get it, especially now in a road trip. I'm not getting into the Carrick thing and stuff in terms of the two sides of who thinks he should be the manager, who thinks he shouldn't. But regardless of where you are on that side, this is a moment that you would like to think is the better things to come, a strong summer to come, you know. But from being 15th to 3rd, I think it's important to celebrate that in isolation as improvement. You know, if you're pessimistic and you think, yeah, but one game a week, mate, out of all the cup trophies, it's still been shocking. So I'm not getting gassed at finishing third, or well, hopefully we do get over the line, but I'm not getting gassed at getting Champions League football. Other people, you know, I am going to sit there and maybe go, right, okay, thank God we stabilised. Thank God we're back in the Champions League. Thank God, you know, we bought good players last summer that have helped us achieve our objective for this summer. And now we have to go again. Do you know what I mean? So a little bit of a reflection time to basically not dwell on, not go overboard. We ain't won nothing. You know what I'm saying? That is where the standards people are right. We ain't won nothing, so we can't be getting carried away. But I think the things that are important to remember within the context of this season is obviously the Casemiro situation, because he's going to be leaving. Secondly, bigging up Carrick and his staff for what they've done since they've come in here since January, because I don't care what anyone says. He's done a great job, so we should thank him for that. The players, listen, we always have our love-hate relationships with the players, and we all go through the thing of, I've been there, you know, rip it all up. They're all rubbish. We need a whole new squad, etc., etc. We've all been there. But essentially, they've had a sort of 50-50 this year, haven't they? Where you do blame a lot on the manager, but the players have to take their responsibility as well, and they a lot of them do. Most of them do. Do you know what I'm saying? So they've had a half bad year, half good year. So, you know, we'll give them their props and praise as well. So it's about that. As for the game, as for the you know, who's starting and this, that, and the other, I just think Michael Carrick will keep it very, very simple. I don't think there'll be anything in there that stands out, unless there's some injuries that we don't know about currently. But we do know, obviously, Šeško is touch and go. So I just think just don't risk him. If he's touch and go and you're not really sure, why are you even going to push? You only want to play players at this stage of the season when there's 2 games left. You only want to play the players that are 100% fit. What are you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? There's no need to force players when we've achieved our objectives and there's no jeopardy online. So I just think he goes with Mbeumo and Bruno as the 2 up front, or Bruno 10, however you want to call it. Cunha on the left, Ahmad on the right, Casemiro back into the squad. He's back. Bruno, next to Kobe. What season he's had, second half of the season. Centre backs, I think he'll continue with Maguire and Martinez. You know, we were obviously very, very poor at Sunderland. Right back, like we said on the preview, obviously it's Dalot or Mazraoui. I think you'll probably go Dalot, last home game of the season. And Luke Shaw, listen, 2 games away, bro. He was going to have started every single Premier League game, which he might even have played himself back into the England squad. Who knows? And I know a lot of people don't like that and get on to Luke Shaw, but he's been very good this year. You know what I mean? By a Luke Shaw standard. Doesn't mean we don't need a new left back. Doesn't mean we don't need to move on and get better. But he's not going to be going anywhere. So he's going to, obviously, someone like Luke Shaw, I can imagine, as seeing his contract out. Plus, he's a good pro who's going to be good around the place. So he's never going to get sold before his contract ends. He'll probably just leave when his contract ends in a year or 2, I think it is. Maybe 1 more year. So, yeah, big up him. So, look, go and win the game. Go and win the game. That's all I want to see is a win. And I'm going to predict that. I'm going to go Manchester United 2-0. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the ground. If you're there, come find me. Come have your say. Join Owen and DJ on the match view as well for the last game at Old Trafford. For Casemiro, honestly, a lot of people will be saying it in the videos today, regardless of the result. But yeah, big up to him and thank you, Cass. We're out of here. I'll see you at the game. Peace.